A common belief about Akita breeding is that it mirrors other large breeds. However, their cycle is uniquely ancient. The Akita, a breed with deep roots in Japanese history, possesses a reproductive cycle that reflects its primitive origins. Unlike many modern breeds that have been selectively bred for more frequent cycles, the Akita often retains a more natural, less frequent pattern. This distinction is crucial for anyone considering breeding this noble dog, as understanding their unique physiology is key to responsible stewardship. A typical domestic dog bitch experiences estrus, or heat, approximately every 6 months. For Akitas, however, this interval can be significantly longer. It is not uncommon for an Akita female to have only one heat cycle per year. This annual cycle can range from every 8 to 12 months. This less frequent cycle is considered a characteristic of more primitive or ancient breeds. Aligning the Akita with other northern types like the Basenji or Siberian Husky, which also exhibit similar reproductive patterns. A responsible approach to Akita breeding begins with patience. A female Akita should not be bred during her first or even second heat cycle. The physical and emotional maturity of the dam is paramount. Most reputable breeders wait until the female is at least 2 years old, and sometimes older. This allows her to fully develop, both physically and mentally, ensuring she can handle the demands of pregnancy and motherhood. Furthermore, this delay provides ample time for comprehensive health screenings. Akitas are prone to certain genetic conditions, including hip and elbow dysplasia, progressive retinal atrophy, and autoimmune disorders like sebaceous adenitis. Thorough testing of both the sire and dam is non-negotiable for ethical breeding. Waiting until the dog is mature allows for more accurate results from these health clearances. As many conditions do not manifest or cannot be reliably tested for in a younger dog. For the male Akita, sexual maturity is typically reached between 1 and 2 years of age. However, just as with females, physical maturity is not the only benchmark. A male intended for breeding should also be at least 2 years old and have completed all necessary health certifications. His temperament is equally important. Akitas are known for their dignified and sometimes aloof nature. A breeding male should exhibit a stable, confident, and well-balanced temperament, as these traits are highly heritable. Aggressiveness or excessive shyness are undesirable characteristics that should not be passed on. The male's overall conformation, adherence to breed standards, and proven health are just as critical as the females. Responsible breeders carefully select mating pairs to complement each other's strengths and weaknesses, aiming to improve the breed with each generation. Once a suitable, health-tested pair is chosen, and both dogs have reached full maturity, the breeding process itself requires careful management. Due to the Akita's less frequent cycles, timing is critical. Progesterone testing is often used by experienced breeders to pinpoint the exact time of ovulation. This veterinary-supervised blood testing provides a scientific basis for determining the optimal days for breeding, significantly increasing the chances of a successful pregnancy. This precision is far more reliable than simply observing physical signs or counting days from the start of the heat cycle. Given that an Akita may only have one opportunity per year, maximizing the chances of conception through accurate timing is a standard practice in responsible breeding programs. The gestation period for an Akita is the same as for other dogs, lasting approximately 63 days from conception. During this time, the pregnant female requires exceptional care. Her nutritional needs will change, requiring a high-quality diet that is adjusted as the pregnancy progresses, particularly in the final few weeks when the puppies experience most of their growth. Moderate exercise is important to maintain her muscle tone, but strenuous activity should be avoided. A quiet, comfortable, and secure whelping area should be prepared well in advance of her due date. This provides a safe space for her to give birth and care for her newborn puppies. Constant monitoring and a calm environment are essential to reduce stress on the expectant mother. Whelping, or giving birth, can be a straightforward process, but complications can arise, especially with a large breed like the Akita. It's vital for a breeder to be prepared for any eventuality. Having a veterinarian on call and understanding the signs of dystocia or difficult birth is crucial. An average Akita litter size can range from 5 to 8 puppies, though larger or smaller litters are possible. Once the puppies are born, the mother's instinct usually takes over. However, the first few weeks are a critical period requiring round-the-clock supervision. The breeder must ensure all puppies are nursing properly, gaining weight, and being kept warm and clean by the mother. After whelping, the female Akita's body needs time to recover. Breeding a female on consecutive heat cycles is strongly discouraged by reputable breeders and kennel clubs worldwide. This practice, known as back-to-back breeding, can deplete the female's physical reserves, compromise her long-term health, and potentially impact the viability of future litters. An ethical breeder will allow the female to skip at least one heat cycle, and often more, before considering another litter. This rest period allows her body to fully recover its condition and strength. The primary focus should always be the health and well-being of the dam, not the number of litters she can produce. The male Akita's role is physically less demanding, but his use in a breeding program also requires responsible management. Overuse of a popular sire can lead to a narrowing of the gene pool, a phenomenon known as popular sire syndrome. This can increase the prevalence of genetic disorders within the breed over time. A conscientious breeder will use a stud dog judiciously, contributing his positive traits to the gene pool without oversaturating it. Tracking the offspring of a stud dog and monitoring their health and temperament is part of this long-term responsibility. It's not just about producing one litter, it's about contributing positively to the health and future of the Akita breed for generations to come. Ultimately, breeding Akitas is a significant commitment that extends far beyond the mechanics of reproduction. It requires a deep understanding of the breed's unique characteristics, a dedication to health and temperament, and an unwavering ethical compass. The infrequency of the Akita's reproductive cycle is a natural check. reminding breeders to be patient, deliberate, and thoughtful. Each litter should be planned with the goal of preserving the integrity and improving the health of this ancient and magnificent breed. The responsibility does not end when the puppies go to their new homes. A good breeder remains a resource and support system for the lifetime of every dog they produce. This comprehensive, long-term approach is the true hallmark of responsible Akita breeding.